you have been looking to land a remote job, but you keep go to the internet and you search for remote job, you keep seeing remote in US, remote in UK, remote in Canada, and you are frustrated, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you where to find remote jobs for Nigerians and Africans, and also how to apply to these remote jobs. So if that's what you want to listen to, let's get right into the video. But before I get right into the video, I would love you to take a second to subscribe to this channel so that you can join the family. So when you go to popular job boards like remote.co, remotely we work remotely, you want to always filter. So don't just land on the homepage of the job board, always filter, and you can filter by location. So the one we really filter, so you can filter by EMEA, remote EMEA. Most of these job boards have this location category, so you filter by that, so it will show you only remote jobs that Nigerians and Africans by extension can apply for. So that is one way. Say that you can also search remote worldwide. Remote worldwide will show you remote jobs that anybody, totally anybody, anywhere can apply for. Then remote global. So this will also show you the jobs that, so just like remote worldwide, remote anywhere. Do you understand? So if you are using popular job boards like We Work Remotely, Flex Job, Working Nomads, all of those job boards, you can filter your search. So don't just land on the homepage. When you land on the homepage, you are just going to see, mostly likely to see remote, remote in US jobs. Do you understand? So that's one way. So another way to access remote job, way to find remote jobs for Nigerians or for Africans by extension, is to search for these remote jobs on remote job platforms that are inclusive, that job platforms that actually only list remote jobs that worldwide, like remote jobs that anybody anywhere can apply to. And so these job boards are not commonplace, like remote jobs that are specifically listing for maybe Nigerian job candidates, African job candidates, or job candidates from all over the world. So you hardly see restrictions like maybe remote in the US, remote in the UK, remote in Canada. So there are some of these job websites that are doing that. So I'm going to take you through the website. So number one website that you can find this kind of jobs are ATS website. So ATS is actually applicant tracking system. So job website like breezy.hr, greenhouse, lever. So some of these ATS websites actually list job globally, because many companies that use this, there are a lot of companies worldwide that actually use this ATS HR software extension to actually list their jobs. So going there and searching for jobs, there is a very high possibility that most of the jobs are worldwide, and even if there are not a lot of worldwide, you hopefully see the one that you can apply for as a Nigerian or as an African by extension. So I've actually made a video about this topic, about using ATS sites to look for jobs. I think that's what the video is, where to find hidden remote jobs. So I'll put the link of the video in the description so that you can go watch it and understand what I'm talking about fully. And I listed some of those ATS and all of that. So another way is to look at a website that specifically post remote job for Africans, for Nigerians. So I had access to a website that just posts remote jobs for Nigerians, remote jobs that Nigerians can apply for, remote jobs abroad, and only Nigerians and Africans by extension can apply for. But the website now is actually going through reconstruction, and the manager, the owner of that website, is actually doing a reform. So some of those jobs are no longer available. But there's still another website that you can check out, and you only see jobs that are open to, like someone from Nigeria and African can actually apply for. So the name of this website is Inclusively Remote. Inclusively Remote, includes they collect jobs, that anybody anywhere can apply for and stand the chance of getting hired. So but the thing about this website, that it is actually paid. You have to pay to actually access the job on this website. One way to scale this kind of obstacle is to actually go on freelance marketplaces. Freelance marketplaces are like Fiverr and Upwork are gold mine for remote jobs, freelance gig worldwide, because this is a marketplace and people from all over the world come there to post their job openings or look for freelancers, remote workers that will actually do the job for them. So if you're looking to want to work remotely, want to get freelance gigs, and as a Nigerian or as an African, then you should go register, sign up on Upwork or Fiverr. Now, if you want to be actively job searching, I'll advise you sign up on Upwork. Upwork is a gold mine for remote work and freelancing gigs and all of that. So why I recommend Upwork is because most of the jobs on Upwork, unlike Fiverr, are usually project based, like long-term work. You can work for 3 months, 6 months, and you can even work for the company like all through. You can get contract to higher positions. That is why Upwork, like I always recommend Upwork. It's a great place to find jobs that you can do, as in find remote jobs as a Nigerian, as it's also a great place to find work from anywhere. But the thing about Upwork, that the system, the whole landscape of Upwork has changed, so you need to invest money to ensure that you can apply to more jobs, because it's a numbers game. The more jobs you apply for, the more the higher your chances of actually landing the job. So you have to invest into buying Connect. Connect is like the currency that they use on Upwork, like I used to reach out to clients and pitch yourself as a candidate for a particular job. So Upwork is great. It's a gold mine. Like I don't see any restriction most times. I know that some people that post jobs and they're like, okay, they want someone in the US, UK, and all of that, but a majority of the jobs are open for anybody worldwide. So if you are looking for those kind of jobs, Upwork is a great place for you to start looking. You can also check out Freelancer too. It's also a marketplace for job seekers, and also you can also check out LinkedIn. I don't advise. LinkedIn is a great platform for searching for jobs. It's a great platform for searching for a job, but you don't use the LinkedIn job tabs. You can go into the post and create connections and see jobs that people are actually posting, from hiring managers and all of that. So that is also a great way to see jobs that are open for Nigerians and Africans by extension. I actually made a video about how to use LinkedIn to actually find a job. I'll put the link to that video in the description so that you can go watch it. So another thing to do, if you are actually looking for to find remote jobs that are open to Nigeria, then you can look for these companies. Now, looking for a company, like if you find a company, if you actually want to work for a brand, you want to work remotely, and like you don't know where to search, or you've searched like all of these places that I've talked about and you feel like you are not finding the job that is fit for you, I can hire someone like you with your skill, then I'll consider you researching the company. Now there are companies that are remote first companies or remote friendly companies. Or remote only companies. These companies do not hire physically. They don't hire for on-site positions. They only hire remotely, meaning that all of their staff members, almost all, are working remotely. So these companies are remote first companies, and they always hire remotely from anywhere in the world. So you can check out these companies, bookmark them, and check them out if they have the kind of jobs that you are actually looking for. So some of the companies like Dice, companies like Camunda, companies like Superpath, Superside, there are a lot of remote first companies, especially with startups, that are actually hiring from anywhere in the world. So I will drop a list of those companies. If you want a list of those companies, I'll actually drop it in the description. I'll drop a link to the list of those companies. So just say list of companies, remote first companies, in the comments, and I'll drop a link to those companies in the description so that you can go check them out. These companies usually almost always hire. Like many times they have open positions, and you can also check them out. So these companies hire remotely worldwide. And I also made a video about some companies hiring right now. There's some companies that also actually hire remotely worldwide. I'll put a link to that video in the description so that you can go watch. Before I forget, I forgot to mention this company. It's an HR company, Ash by HQ, Ash BAS HASHBY something. I'm going to put it in this video. So, and you can check this company out. They actually have many positions that are open for anybody, that are open worldwide, that anybody anyway can actually apply to these positions. So you can also check out. And before I end this video, I want to also give you a tip. See, sometimes when you see job that says, remote in the US, remote in the UK, it's not always ruled out that you cannot get this job. It's how you approach this job. For instance, I've noticed that when, for instance, they put in a location, they say maybe Arkansas, or they say Boston, remote Boston, US, that they want this person to be in a particular state in the US, even if it's a remote job. But sometimes they just say remote in the US. That means they just want the person, someone that is in the US but can work remote. So, and the US is big, someone that is in any state in the country that can work remote. So if they're open to hiring someone from any state in the US, they can also be open to hiring worldwide. Why do I say this? I actually hear someone's story how they got a job that was actually saying that remote in the US, and this person actually got this job even if they are in Nigeria and they're not in the US. They actually got this job. Why? And this is one tip. Maybe I'll make a separate video for it. If you have the skill, if you have everything it takes to do that job, you can actually pitch yourself as the best candidate for this job. Look at the person, the hiring manager or the company, the email, and send them an email on how you can do this job. If they are trying to hire someone, and many times why they put the restrictions is because of payments and laws and regulations governing a country, and taxes and all of that. That's why they put that restriction. But you can also pitch to them as to be a contractor, as a freelancer, to work on a freelance level, or as an independent contractor. That way it will save them money, and you just deliver instead of hiring a full-time staff member. Do you understand? So these are some of the ways you can these are where you can find remote jobs for Nigerians and Africans. When it comes to searching and applying for a remote job as a Nigerian or as an African, there are things that you should be aware of when it comes, especially location. So some jobs are remote, but you cannot apply for them as a Nigerian because of location. Now, when you see a job, for instance, like social media manager, remote in US, you know that this job is actually remote, but they are actually looking for someone in the US. Like, the job is open to candidates in the US, even if it's a remote job. So if you're in Nigeria, or you're in Africa, or you're in any part of the world, any country of the world aside from the US, then you are not eligible to apply for that job. So if you've seen something like that, so you're not eligible to apply for that job. So how can you know the kind of jobs that are actually open for Nigerians, remote jobs that are open for Nigerians and Africans by extension? So first of all, you have to pay close attention to the location. So you look out for companies that put EMEA. So if you see remote location, remote, EMEA remote. So EMEA remote, it means that this company is actually looking for candidates Europe and Africa. Do you understand? Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. So when you see EMEA, then these are the jobs that you can apply if you are in Europe, if you're in the Middle East, or you are in Africa. Those jobs are, so if you are in Nigeria, you can also apply for that job. And there are some jobs that we actually list countries that they are looking to hire remote workers from. They might list Nigeria, I think that is straightforward, or West Africa. But most likely jobs that will actually hire someone from Nigeria or Africa are usually under EMEA. So when you see EMEA remote, it means that you can actually apply for these jobs. Another thing is, when you see a company that positions itself as remote first, yeah, you know that these companies are remote and they hire from anywhere. Most times they hire from anywhere in the world. So this kind of company, this kind of job will also be open for Nigerian job candidates and job candidates in all over Africa, to apply for. So another location acronym that you should look out for is worldwide. So when you see a remote job that is remote worldwide, that means anybody anywhere, including Nigerians or Africans, can actually, you know, apply for those jobs. So you should take note of that, remote worldwide. So another location you should look at when you're looking at remote job is remote anywhere. So that means anybody, totally anybody anywhere can apply for this kind of remote job, including Nigerians and Africans. So another one you look out for is global remote global. So that means they are open to anybody anywhere. They just need to get the job done, and this includes Nigerians and Africans. So these are acronyms to look out for. So that said, when you are searching for remote job as a Nigerian or as an African by extension, these are the social media, sending code email, sending code DMs on LinkedIn, Instagram, on all of that. Like, is a way to get gigs even if you are in Nigeria or Africa. So the opportunities are limitless. So your location these days, your location is not an excuse. Your location will not limit you. I personally have worked with clients in the US, in the UK, in China, in different parts of the world, and my location in Nigeria, I currently live in Nigeria, has not, you know, hindered me from actually getting this client. So you can absolutely get remote jobs from Nigeria, from abroad in Nigeria. So yeah, this is what this video is all about. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any question, please drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to read the comments. I read all of my comments. So